Today we're going to be writing equations in slope-intercept form. So what exactly is slope-intercept form? You may have heard of this before, but this is the equation y is equal to mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Please write this down. Please remember this. This is extremely important. So what y and x are? These are just two random points that are on the line. So, but we need to know y is equal to mx plus b. Slope is m. B is the y-intercept. So now we have an example. We need to write an equation in slope-intercept form. It looks like they've given us one of the points of 2, 1, and they've already given us the slope of m is equal to 3. So off to the side here, I have some important steps that we need to go through. So the step 1, find the y-intercept. So remember, what's our equation? Our equation is y is equal to mx plus b. So they've already given us a y and a 1. So all we have to do is just substitute the numbers in. What is m? M is 3. What do we have for x? X they've given us is 2. Now we don't know what b is yet because we're trying to find this y-intercept. So now we just solve. What we're doing now is just solving for b. So now 3 times 2 is equal to 6. So it'll be 6 plus b. Now we just need to get b by itself. So you would have to subtract 6 from both sides. All we have left on the right side is b, and 1 minus -1 and -6 is equal to a -5. So now we have our y-intercept. Our y-intercept is -5. Step 2. Write the equation in slope-intercept form. So when we write the equation in slope-intercept form, all that we have to do, we leave y and x by itself. We don't plug in any numbers for it, but all we have to do is plug in the numbers for m, plug in the numbers for b. So when we write this, it's y is equal to 3x minus 5. This 3 comes from here, comes from the slope that they already gave us. This minus 5 comes from the b that we just found. So this is our equation in slope-intercept form. So now what I want you to do is to pause the video and try this one yourself. Pause the video when you're ready to see what I've done. Alright, so it looks like they've given us a point and slope. So remember, our equation is y equals mx plus b. So it looks like they've given us, and so our y is 5. Our slope that they've given us is 3. The x that we're working with is -2, and we're trying to solve for b. Remember, you should have written down those two steps. So now what we do is solve from here. 3 times -2 is -6 plus b. Rewrite the whole equation. Get b by itself. We have to add 6 to both sides. All we have on the right is b. 5 plus 6 is equal to 11. So this is one step. 11 is equal to b. Now we just have to rewrite it. Y is equal to 3x plus 11, because this slope came from the 3 that they already gave us, and b came from what we just solved. So this is our equation in slope-intercept form. Y is equal to 3x plus 11. Now we've just been given only 2 points, and we still need to write our slope-intercept equation. So the 2 points that we have, 3, 1, and 2, 4. Off to the right again, these are the steps that we're going to use if we're only given 2 points. So step 1, find the slope. Remember, when we have y equals mx plus b, we have to have the slope, we have to have the y-intercept. Since they didn't give us the slope, we have to find the slope now. So we have to find the slope of these 2 points. So if we find that, if we set it up, 4 minus 1 over 2 minus 3. Remember to find slope, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So if we solve this, 4 minus 1 is 3, 2 minus 3 is negative 1, so our slope is a negative 3. So that's one thing, slope, negative 3. Now, step 2, find the y-intercept. So this is basically what we had previously done on the equation. We can choose either one of these points to work with, either 3, 1 or 2, 4. It doesn't matter which one. So let's find the y-intercept. I'll just use the first one. So if we have 3, 1 and our slope is negative 3, remember our equation is y equals mx plus b. So what is our y? Our y is 1. Our slope is negative 3. Our x in this case is 3. And we're trying to find the y-intercept. So if we solve for b, negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. Bring everything else down. Now we need to get b by itself, so we'll add 9 to both sides. So b is equal to 10. Now, step 3. Write our equation. So we have our slope right here of negative 3. We have our y-intercept right here of 10. So now all we have to do is put it all together. So y is equal to negative 3x plus 10, where negative 3 is our slope, 10 is our y-intercept, and this is our equation in slope-intercept form. So now what I want you to do is to pause the video, try this one yourself, write the equation in slope-intercept form. Don't forget the 3 steps that we just went through. Alright, so first thing, find the slope. Remember, slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So our y2, we have negative 7 minus 3 divided by 0 minus a negative 5. If we solve that through, 7 minus 3, remember you can just add the opposite, so it would be negative 7 plus a negative 3 is equal to a negative 10. 0 minus a negative 5, remember we can add the opposite, so 0 plus 5 is equal to 5. If we simplify this down, negative 10 divided by 5 is equal to a negative 2. So negative 2 is our slope. Now we have to find the y-intercept. You can pick either one of these points. I'm just going to pick the first one. So if we have our equation, which is y equals mx plus b, our y is 3, our x is, our m is negative 2, our x is negative 5, and we're solving for b. If we solve this through, negative 2 times negative 5 is a positive 10. Bring everything else down. Now solve for b, we'd have to subtract 10 from both sides. So 3 minus 10 is equal to a negative 7 is equal to b. So now we have our slope of negative 2 and we have our y-intercept of negative 7. If we put this all together in slope-intercept form, y is equal to negative 2x minus 7, with the negative 2 coming from our slope and our minus 7 coming from our y-intercept. So the slope-intercept equation for this is y is equal to negative 2x minus 7. Quick recap. Remember, y is equal to mx plus b. This is the formula that you need to memorize. Always find the slope. Always find the y-intercept. Slope is equal to m. Y-intercept is equal to b. Once you find those, you substitute what you find for the variables for m and b, and that is your slope-intercept form equation.